Sagittarius. Hi. What does Spirit want you to know? Through all the ups and downs that you're going through, someone isn't being sneaky, okay? Someone's not really tired of your bullshit. Someone's not tired of your bullshit. Someone doesn't feel like they need to get away from you. Maybe through all the ups and downs, maybe you feel like you still don't want to get away from someone, no matter how sneaky they are. Yeah. Someone doesn't feel like they want to run away completely. Someone doesn't feel like they're like, someone doesn't feel like through all the good and the bad, like the up and downs that you and someone have been facing, Sagittarius, someone doesn't feel they need like they have to be sneaky, and someone does not feel like they need to run away and go tune out with someone else, or like someone doesn't, it's not that someone feels like they aren't seen by you or anything. It's that someone really has to face like their shadow self, okay? They have some shadow work that they need to do with like lust and like, hold on, okay, usually someone here, when someone feels like they're not receiving everything that they want, it could be a little bratty-ish too. Like when someone doesn't get what their way, or when someone doesn't feel fulfilled, they want to run away and they feel like empty. And they might start having temptations like to hang out with other people, to do other things, to like feed their shadow self, maybe go have fun with other people, go do things, go talk to other people, be sneaky. This is something that they have to face. This is a part of their shadow self. So this is a part of their shadow work, being fulfilled and hurting other people in the process, ruining relationships, burning bridges. Maybe people feel like, maybe you feel like you're being used a little bit. Maybe you feel like you had to please someone a lot just so they wouldn't sneak around or wouldn't leave. This person wants to work out with you, and it seems like you might want to work out with them as well. No matter what they've done, you feel like someone doesn't really know what they want, and that they feel like they have to constantly go to other sources to get what they want, which means they are unfulfilled, which means they're very complex, which means they don't know what they want, and maybe a reflection of maybe you don't know what you want because you're dealing with something. If you're dealing with something through all the ups and downs, you clearly don't know what you want either. You guys are just marrying each other. Maybe Sag, you just don't have the balls to go do it, like to be how this person's being. Maybe you just deal with it, like you do whatever, you deal with whatever. But maybe you fantasize about things, and maybe you like are tempted but you don't give in. And I think maybe you know, you're just the same. Maybe you're just like this person. Because maybe if this person was to, I don't know, take things to the next level with you, settle down with you, would you be willing to? Maybe at that point you won't even want it, right? I don't know. What does Spirit want Sagittarius to know? you need like a resting period. If you take some time out for yourself and just focus on sleeping, hearing your thoughts, hearing yourself, feeling your own energy, you will come to see that like you've been rejecting your own destiny or future, okay? And it's better to accept things for clearly how they have been presented. And I feel like with that, you need to just kind of like choose a new path, direction. You need to sit there and choose what you want, figure out what you want, decide upon what you want, and go in that direction and take action with it. Otherwise, the happiness that you want is never going to come. What does Spirit want? Yeah. Need to have faith. Need to have faith, but you're moving like you don't have faith. You're moving like you have, like you need to move like you've accepted things for what they are, and not like you still need answers to questions that you already know the answer to yourself. Just start doing like you know the answer. Here we go. What does Spirit want Sagittarius to know? What does Spirit want Sagittarius to know? There's no progress. There's no progress like you would like for the progress that you would like to see. There's no growth right now. And your patience is running thin. Because it's time to move forward. Because teamwork is not a thing. You want more, as much as you want more romance and physical affection and like the physical of things, you also want like growth, stability. You want a chance to actually kick your feet up and relax for once in your life. And it's time for that. It's time for you to receive. But once you state what you want, there is going to be some type of conflict. It's going to be an argument. Once you tell the truth and be very transparent, it's going to start an argument. It's going to cause a little bit of aggression. You might be seen as a bully because you're being very direct. And it's time for you to speak up. You have to be very direct. There is no teamwork. And you need teamwork. Because in the end, you deserve it. Okay? The conflict is what is going to slow things down. The conflict is what is going to finally reveal and maybe show you, Sagittarius, that this isn't really stable. You've been waiting so long for things to get stable and they never got stable. And then every time maybe you were close to stability, it vanishes. And it's time for you to heal. It's time for you to heal the fact that you don't believe. Like, you need to start believing. You need to, like, whatever wound that is like causing you not to believe that things are gonna change, boo, you need to believe that, heal that, and have faith. That this person is jealous of you and pretty much just wants to keep you stagnant and stuck and by their side. What does Sagittarius need to know from Spirit? This is not stable enough to build with. This is not stable enough to build upon. This is not stable enough to create, and this is not stable enough to become a fortune. gonna be a loss. There's gonna be a loss, especially with money, because the teamwork is not working. You're gonna be back to yourself. But have faith, though. Although it's gonna get hard, you're gonna lose out on that help, right? But it's better because you'll have your peace, right? You might feel weak. You might literally feel weak. But that is going to be the illusion that's going to be the play on you, because you are going to be free, though. And you can't talk yourself out of the truth. And you can't sit here and determine what's coming either. You don't know what's coming. You just got to get through it, right? And you got to be strong. But don't count yourself out. Like, don't tell yourself, well, I'm not going to be strong enough anyway, so I might as well not. Like, stop that. Or it's not going to work out the way that I wanted to. Stop that. You need to cut out the fears. Sagittarius, this was your reading. Peace.